How's it going, New World? Sephier here, and we are back with a new update on the best farm in the game right now. There is a nice little route that you can do in Myrkgard currently, since the level 65 portals were finally opened up with the patch that came out this morning. And as you can see on my screen, I have done quite a bit of farming. I went ahead and closed 25 portals, and I got some 555 weapons. I got armor pieces up to about 588 from just the random drops in the area, and then the boxes also had some gear for me, so I'll go ahead and switch over to that, where I will show you the opening of 25 Greater Rift boxes and show you what you will probably get, what you're likely to expect, and kind of give you a ballpark on how long this will take you to grind some of these dungeon keys. So there are a few things to keep in mind with the opening of the Greater Portals. We will now be able to get access to higher level shards, corrupted shards, and things like that. So there's also going to be the new trophy pieces upgrades that should be within the boxes, or could be, if you get lucky enough. There's a bunch of other great drops and stuff like that, so we can go ahead and go over to the 25 chest opening. I'm going to show you what's inside those boxes, and then immediately after that, I'm going to show you the route that our company takes to run these portals, how we're able to get them so quickly, and some little secret skips and jumps that you can do along the way that will really make your life easier when you're in Myrkgard. So let's go ahead and go over to the box opening now. Alright, here we are with the box opening, and as you can see, I'm getting some interesting items, a bit of slivers, a bit of fragments, and then some crafting components along the way. The gear score of the items seems to vary depending on the range, as well as the rarity. I do believe with these boxes, luck is not affected when you open the box, so like if you put on luck pieces, that's not going to matter for you. The box is what it is, right? So sometimes you can get lucky and get a few high stuff. I got a 562 weapon, so that's a good watermark increase for me. And then here we can see the rare corrupted shard, as well as some of the other things. Nice 585 pants, so that would be a gear score upgrade for my watermark. And some other different things that we have kind of going on. But all in all, it seems to give you a little bit of slivers, some fragments is pretty common, and then like 2 random items. And here I got lucky and got an epic crystal. This is the best I've seen so far. However, some of my company members have told me that they have gotten a legendary corrupted fragment from it. So hopefully you're one of those lucky chosen people and you can get some nice stuff out of here. But this is probably the best way to get your watermark up right now. I would say running this loop in Myrkgard is just the way to go. There's also some really cool cosmetic items, as you can see the shield right here. It looks really nice, and honestly, if it wasn't a round shield, I would have put it on instantly, but some of these things have some really cool appearances, so I do like to see that from these treasure chests. And I heard that there's quite a wide variety of items and like crafting material type things, some trophy things that you can get, some treasure chests apparently, like chests for your house that can hold weight. So let me know, like, in the comments below what you have been finding from these portals. And these are the higher level portals. However, you can do these at any level right now. So you can go to the 25 portals if you're in the lower level. You can go to the 35 portals as well, and you will get some interesting items and things along the way. So happy hunting for these, and hopefully it works out well for you. And as we get into the final box here, we will show you a bit of the route that we take and how we're doing these portals. So all in all, some very nice loot, some good gold, some great Azoth, and a bunch of gear score upgrades to items and things like that. So make sure you get on this ASAP. It will also give you all the material components you need for the arena keys. As you can see, I got 69 slivers here, 14 fragments in the top right, 1 epic crystal, and then I think 1 of the shards as well. So that might have been on the low end. I usually get unlucky with these types of boxes and things, but make sure to check over your items, because items like this that have a socket and Angry Earthbane on it are generally pretty good for dealing with some of the arena bosses. So make sure you keep an eye out on some of these weapons and things that you're getting from the boxes, because you might have something that is worth a good bit of gold and you may not know it. So look at it, think about it, and figure out what it's for. And I'm sure there's someone on the auction house that would pay for something like that. Okay, let's go ahead and hop into the route itself. Okay, here we are in the route itself. There are a few reset points within Myrkgard that you can kind of run up to and leash all the mobs. So you don't have to fight your way through endless waves of things. You can simply get on top of like houses and roofs and things like that to sort of get the mobs off of you so that you can reset for these portals. And a lot of this will be just waiting on the portal timers, because you're gonna be able to get a large variety of 65 portals in Myrkgard, but they do have like locked in timers, so you can only get so many at a time. And it would be a great idea to bring yourself some corruption potions when you do this, because you will be getting hit hard by the tick damage of the corrupted area. And on top of the elites that are going to be running around and all kinds of troll people just adding mobs on top of your group and tagging along with you, it's going to be chaos. So just make sure that you come prepared. Make sure you have those corrupted potions, but these portals are definitely worth it. Every time you kill one of the portals, there is an elite chest that spawns at the portal, so you can loot that as well, which will also further increase your gear score and give you a bunch of goodies on top of that. So a lot of these people are just waiting here. We started running this as a group, and people just naturally tag along. So you can see we have like some Syndicate, some Covenant. Like everybody's just following our group, just trying to get tags on everything. But it's definitely approachable from both the east and west gate of Myrkgard, so you can go in from either side and then just start hitting the portals. And as you can see here, the portal is spawning. Don't mind this failed jump that I just did. That's parkour is not my strong suit for sure, but there are some interesting things that you can do. We did learn one mechanic here. If you jump and block, you seem to be able to climb up like ledges a little bit easier. It's very odd, but yeah, just a small little tidbit there. But anyways, you jump into these portals, you kill these enemies and their waves, and then you collect a major rift box at the end. These enemies do have a higher drop rate from what it seems on like gold and Azoth, things like that, and they do drop a significant amount there. You can see 15 Azoth on the screen, and also some item drops along the way. So I got some purples and different materials, things like that, and it's been really nice, right? So this is definitely the best way to get your gear score up right now, because it's also going to be getting you progress towards keys to enter arenas and dungeons, and this is where you want to be, because we're thinking right now that the soft cap on gear score items for the open world is about 591. If you want to get something higher than that, you need to enter a dungeon. Unless anybody has seen otherwise, please let me know, but we have tons of people setting at 591 cap, and they cannot get an upgrade unless they enter like Garden of Genesis or Lazarus Instrumentality, both of which are the highest level dungeons in the game. We're going to be trying some of the arenas, but the arenas are quite difficult at the moment, so you'll have to prepare pretty well for those. So let's go ahead and fast forward here to a few different skips and jumps around the Myrkgard area that will allow you to get to the portals faster and reset some of the mobs. Alright, this is going to be the first skip, and it is at the wizard boss Faetum. I don't know if that's his actual name, but we'll call him that. But he has some nice loot table, so make sure to kill him along the way. He tends to drop a lot of gear that gives bonuses to like jewel crafting or fishing or weaponsmithing, so he's a very nice boss to kill. And once you do that, you can simply jump up this series of boxes, and hopefully I can accomplish it this time, as I am quite bad at parkour, but sometimes I'm alright at it. As you can see, a few people are falling off and they don't exactly know the route, but sometimes you can get it pretty easy. But you're going to simply hop up on those boxes, hop onto this house, and then jump this little fence here, and then you will be up the path towards the second wizard, which is also the location of one of the other portals in Myrkgard on the far east side. So this is going to be a good little skip that you can do to get over towards this portal so that you can clear it. And then there's a few other along the way, so let's go ahead and go over to those. Alright, and after you get that portal closed that you just did the jump skip to, you will arrive at the second wizard named Vocus. and make sure to kill him as he does have the same loot table as the previous wizard. Here you can see that I do end up getting the Stonecutter's hat or helmet, which will increase the gem products that you will make when wearing this set, and it will also allow you to craft additional fragments or shards when you go to craft your portal keys. So make sure you have a full Stonecutter gear set on and your 200 stonecutting skill, as that will give you a chance to proc additional materials for free and thus increasing your yield overall. Here is the next skip, where we will simply jump down on the right side and then start running up towards the next place. It's also an area where you can make campfires, so I would highly recommend your team making a camp here, because sometimes you can die along the way. As you can see here, people are aggroing like Captain Thorpe's and Diablos, and we just kind of run generally to the next portal. So it's all going to be about running from portal to portal and getting there quickly as possible to close out that portal and then getting the box from said portal. There are a few supply crates and elite chests that you can pick up along the way, but remember that they are on timers, so if you're spending a lot of time here, you're probably going to have them at some point, so you're going to end up running past a lot of things just to get to the next section. And as always, do remember to collect your treasure chest from the actual rift when you do close it. The tag credits are varied based on the type of portal. This is a monolith, so you need to either channel one of the edges here or hit this carapace in the middle. If you hit this carapace in the middle, this crystallizing anxiety, you will get credit for the portal. And then if you are the person who closes the actual portal, you will get credit. So make sure that you're doing some of those things. Killing monsters above a certain threshold can also yield you credit, but it's not very reliable because there are a lot of people in the area and there will be many groups competing for these tags, and it will be very easy to get swept under the rug in terms of DPS and not get kill credit. So make sure you're hitting the actual main objective so that you can ensure yourself the box at the end when the portal comes down. Another thing to keep in mind is I do have a full video covering all the different types of corrupted portals and how to get credit for that. So make sure you go and check that one out so that you know exactly what is and what is not going to give you credit for a portal, so that you can ensure that you're getting the box every time one closes. And as a last and final note, do not be on top of a portal when the portal spawns, because there's currently a very weird bug in the game where if you are directly on top of a portal when it spawns, you can sometimes get teleported into the ground near the portal and stuck. And this happened to me, so I'll go ahead and show you here as I was waiting to get this portal, just kind of chilling, minding my own business in the map, and then all of a sudden I was teleported into a stuck area, even though I wasn't very close. So most people usually go up on the hill and wait, or wait from afar, and then once you're doing that, you will be able to get in a decent area to where it won't get you stuck. As you can see here, my character was teleported for some reason, even though I was kind of close to that portal, but not really, and now I am stuck in the world. I tried everything. I tried to crouch, I tried to jump, I tried to use the unstuck button with a resistance potion on because the corruption is ticking down, but none of these things seemed to work for me. I had to actually manually recall to the inn. Another option is to let yourself die from the corruption so that you can respawn at a camp that you're near, hopefully. But if you already have like the corruption resistance buff on and things like that, then you will not be able to do so. So here I end up having to fast travel home and walk all the way back. It was terrible. I missed out on like 2 portals. So stay away from the portals when they're about to spawn. And as you can see, unstuck did nothing. I'm just still in this spot. So you'll be forced to recall. So just be aware of that one. Alright, well that is it for this video. Happy hunting, everybody, and it's going to be very chaotic out there as everyone is going to be trying to run these portals. I imagine that Myrkgard is going to be completely jam-packed within the next couple of days, as everybody's going to be trying to get those keys for Garden of Genesis, Lazarus Instrumentality, and the arena keys as well with the Protectors Arena, the Spriggan Arena, and the Sirens Arena. So we can now finally access the in-game content. It's going to be a blast. I'm going to have so much fun running all of these instances in the next couple of weeks, and hopefully I can get that gear score curve up to 600 and start looking for some of the best variants on the gear possible. I'm going to keep my eye out for rare trophies, rare crafting components, and I'm also going to be looking for perfect statted gear score 600 pieces. So that is going to be the hunt at this point, trying to get the best gear possible, because the invasions are incredibly hard. War is super competitive, and a lot of these aspects are just really fun to do in the game anyways. I like finding rare items, so I'm a big auction house and gold fan, so I like doing things like this. So that's going to be definitely consuming my next couple of months, just trying to grind all this stuff out and get into the best position that I can possible, and then look into some other avenues. I know that Amazon has mentioned some things possibly coming up soon, so we'll have to see how that turns out, but it would be pretty nice if they had some new content or things like that planned for the next couple of months. I think we would get to see some really nice gameplay coming out of that, so let's be hopeful and wait and see what the response is. Thanks for your time, everyone. I appreciate you watching these videos, as always. We do have that like, subscribe, and bell button. Make sure to check that out, as well as the join button. And finally, a Discord where you can join and ask me questions, or people from the community as well. Tons of great answers and information in there, so be sure to check those things out. We will catch you in the next video, everyone. See you later.